Okay, hopefully you've had the opportunity to work sample problem number 1, part A and B. So I'm just going to go ahead and work both of these problems for you. Now, in this particular problem, we suggest to you to use a substitution method. I'm going to tell you that in future instances, we're not going to give you a lead into what you should use. We're going to ask you to kind of figure out what value you should use. So I'm going to go ahead and take the first one and substitute it, or get it in terms of y. If you notice between the two equations that the y term is a -1, so that's going to be the easiest to isolate or get by itself. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and then I'm going to divide both sides by -1, and that's going to give me y equals 3x minus 13. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other equation, 2x plus 2y, and in place of y I'm going to input this value over here. So this value is going to go straight into there, 3x minus 13, and so I've replaced the y from this particular substitution mechanism. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and solve this for x, since x is the term that is consistent. So that's going to be 2x. Okay, so x equals to 2. And now I'm going to take that 2 for x and plug it back in for the x value back here in this equation that I just worked. And so now I can solve for the y. Okay, now I have an x value and a y value, and of course the solution to this would be those written as an ordered pair. So your answer should be written as an ordered pair, and it's 2, -7. Alright, so let's take a look at part B. Again, I'm looking for the variable that has a coefficient of 1 or -1, and so you can see here that this x is going to be the easiest to isolate by itself. So I'm going to move the 2y over to that side, and now I'm going to replace the x value this time. And so I'm going to leave a blank spot where my x value is, and in place of my x value I'm going to put 2y plus 4, and now I'll solve this for y. Now I'll come back in here and replace the y with my -7 and solve for x. And you can see we have a value for x and y, and we'll need to write this as an ordered pair. So remember, it doesn't matter what order you solved them in, it should still go as an xy ordered pair. And so that is a couple examples of substitution.